On guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, be forewarned. I say what needs to be said. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you and thank you so much for your support. Guys, I'm going to talk about this story you guys have just been sending me. I guess it just made news today. This happened last week, and this woman right here, Patricia Saint-Nazaire, out of Davenport, Florida, went to court last week, made a court appearance. Why, you might ask? You see this cute little boy up here? This little boy, his name was Brian Boyer. May he rest in peace. 4 years old. Cute little boy. This woman with a pattern of child abuse took her adopted son's life. She's from Haiti. He's from Haiti. And that's not the only kick. In addition to doing this, this woman tried to get her other 16-year-old adopted son, also from Haiti, to lie and say the injuries caused on Brian Boyer that ultimately caused his death, he did it. Make it make sense. Let's go to the video.
A heartbreaking turn. Our top story tonight, we have to warn you too, disturbing. Right now, this woman, Patricia Saint-Nazaire, is behind bars accused of murdering her 4-year-old adopted son.
This afternoon, the Polk County Sheriff's Office is sharing the heartbreaking details. 10 Tampa Bay's Hannah Deneen was there, and Hannah, they say she routinely beat her child to the point where his liver was lacerated.
And Carolina, the Polk County Sheriff's Office has spent days digging into this case, collecting evidence which they say points to a pattern of abuse, all culminating 1 week ago on May 1st when 4-year-old Brian Boyer was hospitalized with internal bleeding and died.
The medical examiner said it could have been nothing else other than an immediate hard strike to the abdomen.
Polk Sheriff Grady Judd outlining evidence of a pattern of abuse that 4-year-old Brian Boyer faced at the hands of his adopted mother. Evidence including videos found on her phone.
We have a video clip of where that 3-year-old baby's hands was tied behind his back and she threw him in a swimming pool.
Hours ago, Patricia Boyer Saint-Nazaire made her first court appearance, facing charges of child abuse, first-degree murder, and witness tampering. The latter because she's accused of telling her 16-year-old adopted son to lie to police and say he dropped his younger brother while they tried to bring him to the hospital.
He was coached to lie to us when we first talked to him. After we got Patricia in jail and away from him, he then told us, hey, I was told to lie to you.
According to the Sheriff's Department report, Brian's teen brother revealed Patricia had a history of beating him with belts and cords. And besides the teen, Patricia was the only one home at the time Brian was seriously injured on May 1st.
He's in the arms of God right now, and he's no longer being beaten. He's no longer being punched. He's no longer being tied up and thrown in the swimming pool.
The Sheriff's Office tells us that the victim, Brian Boyer, he was adopted from Haiti last April. He went to Lowman Oaks Elementary, where he was described as a happy kid. Brian's older brother, the 16-year-old adoptive brother, he was also adopted from Haiti. That's where they say Patricia moved here from in 2015.
Hannah, you've been looking into Patricia Boyer Saint-Nazaire's background all afternoon. Does she have any previous arrests?
Well, Carolina, I didn't find much. We did a background check and we saw that her only previous offense was running a red light. This is certainly something we're going to continue to dig into and update you as we learn more. Live in Winter Haven, Hannah Deneen, 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, guys, let me go into this article that goes into a little bit more detail about some of the stuff that was going on that the news video didn't talk about with this tragedy. And it reads as follows from Fox 13. It says, according to Polk County Sheriff's Office, Saint-Nazaire adopted Brian Boyer, 4 years old, from Haiti about a year ago. Last week, Saint-Nazaire's Other adopted son, 16-year-old son, found Boyer in his room, weak and lethargic. During dinner, the boy began shaking. After vomiting 3 times, St. Nazaire took him to a hospital in Haines City. He was airlifted to Orlando Health, where he later died. The sheriff said an autopsy revealed Boyer had a torn liver consistent with the hard strike to the abdomen and had layers of bruises from past beatings. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you before, Juggernaut real, Juggernaut dangerous. And this is no exception to the rule. Just another of a million stories out here, you know, whether they're written from the past, in the present, or coming in the future, of how people just do kids that are entrusted in their care. Now, the thing that cracks me up about this whole thing, it doesn't crack me up. Haiti right now is a shithole of turmoil. If you watch the news, she should feel good that this little boy adopted a year ago out of that madness. She did a good thing, but it's not like that. It's not. I'm sure she gets some type of benefit from having him there. Had another 16-year-old boy that was there, you know, from Haiti as well. She's from Haiti. Never had a, criminal record up until now. Only thing she's accused of, or got in trouble for was running a stop sign. Think about that. It came back and showed a reflection to who she really was. A failure to stop when enough was enough, or when it was time to put the brakes on. She couldn't do it. This little boy, Brian Boyer, was 3 when she got him. He didn't even make it to 5 fucking years old. He was 4. What was he supposed to know? What did he do that was so bad that you beat this boy into oblivion as a 36-year-old fat ass woman? What was so bad? Explain that. You sat there and tried to get a 16-year-old boy to say he dropped him, and that's what the injury was that caused his death. So you was going to throw him under the bus. She never cared nothing about them children or doing a good thing. So what was your motive for even having little Brian if you was going to destroy him like that? See, I'm going to tell you something, man. We've seen a lot of videos now where we see domestic violence, where guys are doing some of the craziest stuff to women, whether it's fears of abandonment, whether it's a girlfriend, or sometimes even their own mothers. You know why? Because of treatment like this, when they survive stuff like this. If you grow up being brutalized and stuff like that, you will brutalize others. He said, oh, it's a good thing he's in the arms of God now and he's free from abuse. Well, she need to be in the arms of the devil getting burnt by the hellfire, if y'all believe that. Because there's no damn way she is not shown the bottom of the ocean in the Florida Keys right now. You took this baby and beat him on several occasions, and they got more and more intense as it went on. He's 4 years old. You 36 years old and big as a house. How could he stop you from hurting him? And my other thing is this. I think the 16-year-old was in suspended terror because he could have did something a long time ago. But then again, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what the reasoning for it was, but he did pull to the side and say, hey, listen, this is what happened, because he knew she couldn't be stopped. Sometimes when people in a household of suspended terror, like, this type of abuse is not verbalized a lot of times. And that's the part that's scary. When people have you in their houses and they the devil, they can cause all kind of hell in the household and you won't say anything. This little boy 4, I bet you was intimidated. You better not say nothing. You tie his fucking hands up like he's a prisoner of war and throw him in the pool. Do you know how horrifying that is? That would scare me. Tie my hands behind my back and walk to a body of water. I'd shit myself. Imagine the horror of this little boy. When every time he's in trouble, I guarantee you he trembled and shook with fear before she struck him at any given time at any time. How cruel is that? You've seen that. You use fear tactics with your fucking fat ass that intimidate a child. You videotape this shit? Who was holding the phone? Who was holding the phone? You videotapes not a videotape. You recorded on your phone the atrocities against a child in your care. Your care. How is this not a problem, ladies and gentlemen? How is this not a problem out here? Any type of abuse. You treated that boy nothing short of an animal. I want you guys to think about this. Said he was at the table, lethargic. Started throwing up because he probably had internal bleeding. They said that she beat him so bad that his liver was torn. He's 4 fucking years old. I guarantee you when she hit him with that death blow that tore his liver, he probably was already in a prone state. See, people like this, like I said, with the traffic incident, she couldn't even stop when the light was red. Some people can't pull back, and it shows right here. You beat a child to death that came from a place that's war torn right now, where you're from, and you know how hard it was. You had a chance at life over here for a better life. You brought him here, and he didn't even survive a little over a year. What's wrong with you? Who do you fucking think you are? At any given time of her beating this kid, she never thought that he would die. Now she's sitting up there in jail on court TV or whatever, with her head looking all crazy and standing there looking stupid in front of a bunch of strangers, and they're reading their crimes out. I hope they give her everything. I hope she get everything that's coming to her. I would put her in a glass coffin and throw her in the Florida Keys right now. This is unacceptable. This little boy did not ask to come here with you. You picked him. He didn't say, hey, choose me. I want to go live with you. And you were like, I don't know. Please, please, please. And then you get him over here and you're like, oh, you're ungrateful. He didn't do that. You picked him. And he's a cute little boy. And he had a bright future like a lot of us out here. But the overcast of you is what ruined this sunny day. See, stuff like this makes me mad because there are kids out here that you don't know what they're going to be in life. Every time you take the life of a child, you strike a fatal blow to people out here that could have benefited from who he would be as an adult if he was raised in a positive environment that you was in charge of, and you fucked that up on purpose. It ain't like this is one of the things where sorry is enough. You made a willful error. You tried to get another kid to take the rap for you. I guarantee you, if that came in there and locked that 16-year-old boy up and charged him with manslaughter or second-degree murder, you would have kept your mouth shut, let him go up the river, and went adopted some more kids and keep your cash flow coming in, because you wasn't doing this for no reason. There's some sick, twisted individuals out here. And to do this to a baby, man, this stuff hurt my heart, yo. It does. It hurts my heart. I do these stories, man, and it's something in me that can't get to that point where this is understandable from their standpoint. A child has no victory against a grown-up, whether it's a man or a woman, when they in a fit of rage and want to do what they want to do to a child. You videotaped. Well, video recorded. You video recorded throwing a child in a pool with his hands bound. He's only 4. He probably was 3 when you did that. What was that teaching him? How would he learn from that? Do you know how brutal that would have been to watch that? I know them police officers was like, this is one of the reasons why I can't be a cop. Some of the stuff you see, you can't unsee. And some of the stuff that make you feel a certain way, you can't forget that. You could have gave that baby to somebody else, but you was greedy and you had a plan and it didn't come to fruition the way you wanted. So you terminated this child whether intentionally or not intentionally. There are people out here that would took that baby and he would have had a bright future and been loved. And that's what hurts the most. This 16-year-old boy lost you, which was never a game, and lost his adopted brother. What happens to him now? You don't care because you didn't care in the first place. Fucking asshole. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, shares, and subscribe. Crimes like this need to be extreme, just as extreme as they. I'm telling you, these people draw swords. They need to die by the same swords they draw. I would deep six her right now. And it had to be salt water because fresh water drowning is a little less painful. See you in the next video. Take care.